this is not the time to take out money from your super. The reason for that is because, firstly, super is your own money. Alright, you guys are being offered and you guys are eligible and entitled to take the Centrelink money. The Centrelink money through the job seeker repayment plan is around $1,000 a fortnight. I know that's not too much, but trust me, it's the government's money. And I urge you guys to take that rather than your own money. Yes, you pay tax, yes, that's still technically your money, but $10,000 worth of your super, trust me, it's substantial, because the money in your super is also invested into the stock market. To give you a practical example, let's say you took out this $10,000. Let's say you didn't follow my advice, you took it out. All right, I can say with utmost confidence within a 100% in a 5-year time period that the money will double. Yes, it will double. Now, I'll present a graph, and you can see in this graph that the market has always gone up. It always has, it always will. There's no time. Yes, during the Great Depression and things like that, where there was financial crisis, yes, it plateaued, it might have sort of gone down, but it's always gone up. It always has, and it always will. What I'm trying to say with this is, if you guys are saying in your mid-20s, 30s, 40s, basically you're not close to retirement age, you should keep this money as long as you can in your super, because a huge amount of your money is invested into the stock market. Right? And the stock markets are really, really down right now. So just by waiting a couple of years, that money can easily double. And I'm not talking about just, a small percentage. Say if you have, like, for example, $140,000, $150,000 in your super. Imagine, you withdraw $10,000, okay? It doesn't seem like a lot, but if you had that $10,000 more, and then if you had it compounding with that $150,000, you can easily make amazing gains. Let's say, for an example, you invested $1,000 into ETFs in the S&P 500. S&P 500 is sort of like the global market, all right? And during 2008, during the GFC, that dropped by 38.49%. That's right, 38.49%. So you have lost 38.49% of your money. And this means you've incurred a loss of $385. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, this still isn't a loss as long as you haven't sold it. After 2008, your starting value would be $615. In 2009, the market increased by 26.5%. This would have brought up your value to $778, which still comes below the $1,000 starting point we had. Let's say in 2010, you still stayed invested, you would have seen another increase of 15.1%. Your money would have grown to $895, and this is 2 years after the GFC, and this is still full short of recovery. So the year after that, in 2011, another positive year occurred and you would see a boost in that money, but by only 2.1%, which isn't as substantial as the previous ones. It wouldn't be until 2012 where you saw another increase in 16% of the value, where you would exceed that $1,000 value you invested into ETFs. The investment vehicle would now be worth $1,059. So what I want to say from this example is that, guys, remember, investing is a long-term game. It really is. It's a marathon, not a sprint. And you can see from that, everyone recovered. Luckily, Australia didn't take a hit too much because we relied on China. But now, currently, due to the situation around the news, we're in big trouble. Otherwise, from this example, you can see that the markets came back to normal. It happens. It always really happens. And like I said, if you're a long-term investor, you don't fall for these sort of gimmicks. You still keep buying ETFs during this time. Keep doing it. And that's how you should proceed with it. Before I show you the graph I'm going to show you, please hit like and hit subscribe if you're enjoying this content. Otherwise, let's proceed to the graph. So based on what you can see from this graph, you can see that we've had many incidents, but you can always see a positive incline. Like, sure, we've plateaued, we've declined, but we've always gone up in the end. And that's going to happen with the same thing that's happening right now in the financial industries. If you're still not convinced, in this next segment I'm going to be showing you, you'll be absolutely convinced, because this is numbers from a credible source about recent pandemics and epidemics that have occurred before.
I'll give you the list of pandemics, which month it was, then 6-month change in S&P 500, 12-month change also in S&P 500, then I'll give you 6-month for the MSCI, how it responded worldwide, okay? So HIV, it's red across the board. 6 months later, 0.3, 12 months later, it was negative 16.5, and worldwide it's affected by it as well. Then the rest of it, pneumonic plague. It was affected by the MSCI, but not S&P. SARS, all positive. Avian flu, all positive. Dengue fever, all positive. Swine flu, all positive. Cholera, all positive. MERS, all positive. Ebola, all positive. Measles is pretty much even. It didn't really go up or down. It affected a little bit on 12 months, but the MSCI went up. Zika, all positive. Worldwide, it wasn't positive. Again, measles in 2019, all positive. You don't have 12 months because it was just in June of 2019.
So that was Pat Bet-David's video. His channel on YouTube called Valuetainment. So please check it out. Otherwise, I understand this sort of illness has a much profound effect compared to the other ones listed in the video. But I want you to understand that, yeah, sure, this one has a much greater impact, but you can see with the other ones, we were fine. You know, sometimes the media overhypes things. We could be living in that time. You could argue that the media is just overhyping things, but we recovered from that. I mean, we're going to recover from this. That's all I'm trying to say. If you enjoyed this video, please hit like, hit subscribe, and click on the notification bell icon so you don't miss out on any more of my videos. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.